I want Zoe Deschanel. Will you please fillet me?
The last thing I put up was 3 2-hour, well, two 2-hour videos. They weren't videos; they just contained audio, but they had the stuff from audioship.io. Very good. And one that was 17 minutes, and I did that edit, and I thought, I should make those 2. And I said, fuck it, because I don't even care. This is post-watershed shit. And by that I mean, I fully expect this to all go away someday, and either be replaced by my new career, starting over from fresh, or I'll never be heard from again. This isn't your typical kind of YouTube offering. I don't expect, the metrics don't work, because all this stuff goes to somewhere else when I say it out loud, and then whatever I do with my local copies doesn't matter. This is Fisher Price, Jack Starr's first show pro bullshit, right? Real professionals take my stuff and they perhaps mimic what I do, but they don't touch what I do. They're somewhere else in a sealed environment. They can't have Koozie touching the actual real people in the world, because they got to have a buffer in between me and people who don't know what I know. It's not just like who raped who, and the ability to make terrible jokes. There's a bunch of stuff that I know that's not supposed to get out there, and then there's no way of knowing from the perspective of a security clearance person what the fuck I need to shut up about, because basically everything in the entire world that I know anything about, I know too much about. And rather than be excited to work for the government in a subsidization capacity where they pay me money to keep my mouth shut, I don't care. I got enough money to make me live for a few more days. I got enough money to buy some beer. A lot of people live with no money at all, you know. I don't want to live that way. I've got a bunch of money. I got more than $13,000 in checking or whatever, or something, or savings, or there's a bunch of money, and I could start paying my bills, and I haven't. I've just been sitting around. Do you know why? Because somebody pissed me off. I can't even remember who did. Oh yeah, it was somebody who raped my friend again. Yeah, I don't even know who. I don't even know who raped her. I don't even know if she got raped, but I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, she took a long time getting here from where she came, and then I didn't think I'd talk to her again, and then she called me up and said she was having a bad time, and I said, well, come on down, and then I'm pretty sure she got raped at the gas station, at the Space Age rape station. So, go Bears.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack, fuckface, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound. Just move out.
Now let's just power for real.
Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star. I'm running into a new level of spurgaliciousness that doesn't affect me negatively at all, so I'm going to comment on it. And my hope is that people will realize that people are trying to get a rise out of me. You better fucking suck an Agent Kuyon in the fucking parking lot for a good half hour before you get anything out of me. You're not getting a rise out of me. There's no riz. There's nothing but focused, laser-like intensity and about ready to choke a bitch, which is pretty unlikely, given that I'm a pacifist. But the fact that my body is like itching towards full metal combat. I mean, I don't do combat. I do, but not physical combat. I do psychic combat, and I don't really do combat. I just show up and I win. That's how Taurus works. One punch, it's done. There's no point in fighting. There's no sparring for me. We're either playing around, and I'm going to underdog myself and let you beat me up so you think you're strong, and then I do that because one day they might come. I might have to fucking kill you. I hope not, dear God. But there was this guy, this pet store they used to go to. He was surrounded by a bunch of girls, and there was one older woman. She was like the den mother, and there was this guy. He was like manager of the store, and there was another guy. I think he was their assistant. I forget. But there was one guy who was like mainly in charge, and I'm going to say his name was Chris. I don't know if his name was Chris. And there was this other guy I know from high school named Chris. I got a bad history with people named Chris. They think they're all that, and they piss me off, and they don't do anything about it. To this day, they haven't done anything about it. one Chris I convinced that I was a bad influence on his life and his children, so he just stopped calling me, which was easy to do. All I had to do was do drugs in front of him and his kids. He's like, oh my God, I can't let my kids see that. Good, I don't let you see your fucking kids. I don't give a fuck. Fuck your kids. Yeah, I don't care about his kids. The reasons why will be evident to anybody who pays attention long. And then the other Chris, I haven't done anything about yet, except if he's also the guy who tried to pretend he didn't know me already and tried to entrap me by offering me an ounce of crystal for the low price of $200. No argument, no bartering. No, you didn't ask for that. Yeah, here you want this crystal? Okay. And then he dosed me with something I never fucking had before and then fucking let me go, which was good because rather than go home and get fucked on, I disappeared for like a day and a half. Nobody knew where I was. Nobody knew what I was pissed off about. Nobody knew anything. They just knew that I was off script, and they were freaked. I could see why. I just went off script because I didn't want her to die, and I didn't want to go to prison. That's all. Other than that, I'd love an ounce of crystal. Hook it up if I need one. I don't need one. I don't need one. And an ounce of crystal is not something a person just picks up on the way back from getting groceries. Oh, that's some extra time, so I thought I'd stop and pick up an ounce of crystal. No. That's not what a responsible citizen does. It is what a fucking spurred out idiot does when he doesn't know he's being entrapped. And I knew I was being entrapped the whole fucking time. So, I think that guy might have been Chris. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? Thank God I don't remember. Honestly, I don't want to spurg about guys I use now. But there was this guy who pissed me off. And thankfully, I don't remember him. And the Chris that I did drugs in front of him and his kids with, I didn't do them in front of his kid. His kid was I don't know, young enough that it didn't matter what I did. I was going to look weird anyway, and the guy was going to have to explain to his kid what the deal was. Okay, well, so there's this. I went to high school with this person, and nobody really knows why, but he got kind of fucked up. And I know for a fact that I did something wrong. I don't really know what. It's really strange. I was dating this girl for 4 years, and she said she didn't want to have sex till she got married, so I strung her along for 4 years, and then I totally dumped her and then hooked up with this other girl and fucked her all night, or I was planning to, but somebody killed her cat, which was really bad timing, but you can probably see why somebody wanted to kill the cat as somebody who would get involved in that kind of thing. Because I thought it was cool. I thought I really wanted to get laid. And I thought it was a good idea. And then I was going to hook her up with this other kid who had been exposed to a herpes virus so that she would be immune to herpes too. But we wouldn't tell anybody that they're immune to it. We'd just tell them that they're dirty sluts. And this was a Christian girl who didn't want to have sex with an asshole. And, here's the trouble with that kid. He's a Satanist dick. And she had a right to be skeptical of him. Because, for one thing, he wasn't worth her. I mean, he might have been, but he fell off the wagon at some point. And then at some point, he decided that fucking my girlfriend would be way better thing to do than trying to explain to me what the fuck was going on. Here's why. She was a siren. Siren. Have you seen that show? It's creepy. It's got that girl who's really hot, right? But she's like a fish. She's got sharp teeth. She's like a shark. She's not like a mermaid, like friendly Little Mermaid. No, she's like Jaws. And she'll fucking chew you up and feed you to her fucking family because her family's in the sea and she doesn't like land lovers. And when she's on the land, she walks around and she's in agony, but she smiles and uses her feminine wiles to seduce suckers. And she's never met a good man in her life. I love that fucking show. However, I felt like it wouldn't really compare to my own life since in many respects it's the same story all over again. Perhaps you might have heard of Grapefruit. She's a mermaid. It's a code word. I don't want to explain it to you. I just want it to remain a mystery. Trust me, I miss her. She probably misses me too. I don't know. Maybe she misses fucking scrambled eggs just as much. She's a fucking soulless creature from fucking some black fucking universe or something or some shit. I don't know. The Navy did some kind of deal. Either they shipped her in or something. Anyway, the point is she's a little different. Whether by blood or by choice, she's different. And she's a lot more different now too, because I put her ass through a ringer. Not intentionally, but I had no idea that this woman... okay, look, I can believe she's a fucking siren from another dimension. I can't believe that she and her fucking sister actually fucking set people up and ever got away with it. And nobody was able to stop them? Why? Oh, siren. Yeah, these women have magical powers. That just didn't work on me because I have shields. And nobody thought that was possible. They thought, oh, they're unstoppable. No, they're a bunch of fucking cast-off fucking hood junkie rat whores. Well, not anymore. Now they're not. Can't really be a hood rat if nobody's gonna let you be around them so that they can't be exposed to you. Because apparently they would just set people up and knock them down over and over and over. Like, oh, I'm feeling hungry. What's for lunch? Well, let's get some money first. Let's go knock somebody over and take their lunch money. And then, and they did this freely. They had the right to, because of reasons. I'm not going to criticize what they did because I don't know what they did. But here's what they did do. They forgot to tell me about this background, and they acted ignorant and puzzled when I explained to them that everybody treated me like crap who knew that I was dating her. And the reason why is because they thought I was another scumbag who just wanted to have sex, who was going to get eaten up. They thought I wasn't going to be there for very long. If they had known I was going to be around for 8-9 fucking years and I was going to haul her entire fucking family up on the goddamn witness stand, maybe they'd been more polite to me at first. Unfortunately, they did not believe that. They did not even consider that. They just figured I was there for cheap drugs and sex or something. I wasn't there for any of that. Oh, no. I'll tell you what I was there for. The fucking woman. Where is she? Is she doing better or is she dead? No contact. Ooh, okay, everybody at that fucking party, go out there and contact the fucking woman. Go and contact her and say, hey, that guy that you introduced us to, yeah, he's still around. He didn't die when you set him up. Is that unusual for you? By the way, why are you crying? There's only 400 of us, and we all know what a douchebag you are. Because I went to this party and they all thought I was an ass. I was, kind of, because the first person who greeted me there acted like I was doing something wrong. And I guess I was, because I didn't know what was going on, but I was there to find out. They could have been nicer, but they were Masons, and they were the rude kind. And I didn't know that my cousin has a bad reputation, and my father a bad reputation. And I was driving around town with Masonic plates on, just waiting for somebody to tell me the fucking truth. Which I guess was so fucking bad that nobody to this day has even told me, or else these Masonic fuckers are really fucking serious about their secrets. Long story short, why am I pissed? I just forgot about how I felt then. Now I remember how I feel now. I feel great. I had a great relationship with these people. Apparently they didn't recover quite as well, and they don't understand the value of having experienced a loss or a defeat. Okay? Now let me explain. These people have experienced a loss and defeat. The Masonic system on the planet Earth has experienced a loss and a defeat. For example, I'm never going to join a Masonic lodge unless there's a girl that I really like who really convinces me to join her lodge. And then I'll hang out there and I'll just talk to her lodge mates about her, and I'm not going to tell them a fucking single fucking thing that I know. If they don't share their secrets, I'm not going to share mine. I'm pretty fucking fucked off at the moment. Also, there's a friend that I really, really, really like. Okay? She doesn't know who she is. She has no idea who I like. She's a woman. She's insecure. She's never been in love before. It's very typical. And then there's this other woman who called the police on me on Christmas Eve over 2.5 years ago. This bitch still hasn't apologized. She probably thinks that she doesn't have to. She's right. She's goddamn right. She doesn't have to apologize. She also doesn't have to watch me fucking somebody else either. But she probably will because she got remote viewing. And for some reason, she looked at my phone a whole bunch before. I don't think she's likely to stop that ever because I'm going to be using my phone to make a certain person's life a living, miserable, torturous, cast-off hell. Mostly to distract them so they don't get involved in my new relationship, which I hope to be beginning. I hope to be actually beginning at some point, given that I've been waiting a long time for the coast to be clear, and it's about to be. Most of you don't realize, just as it is for me to start dating somebody. Are you familiar with the Gwen Stacy problem? Probably not. No, it's not something most nerds talk about. It's kind of creepy and weird. It's about girls and Spider-Man, two great tastes that don't go together at all. I don't like Spider-Man. He's a fucking dick. Oh, Aunt May died, now I'm with Uncle Ben. Oh, reboot, Uncle Ben died, I'm all torn up with grief. How could I have gone to that costume place and then been a wrestler thinking I was cool when I couldn't even save my own family? Well, dude, dipshit, what? You couldn't save your family because you weren't meant to. There's nothing you could have done. It's one person against whoever the fuck knew about Spider-Man. Believe me, the fucking organized crime syndicate finds out about a kid who can fucking use spider powers. The fucking organized crime syndicate is going to send a team after that kid. Now, I have a team on me that's been here for, not here, but they've been looking at me 24/7 for like decades. And nobody wants to admit this because it's kind of illegal. Kind of. It's not really illegal because I fucking need it now. But for a while I was going and nobody was the wiser. Even I didn't think it was happening. All I knew something was happening. And these fuckers were watching everything I fucking did. Absolutely. Because they knew I was kind of interesting. And then in 1997 something happened and they all knew I was fucking interesting. So did I. Now, instead of being supportive, they just hung out back and copied everything I did, kept tracks and notes, and planned to kill me one day. Yeah, that's the United States in the 90s, what it used to be. Friend of mine was born in 91. Another person was born in 91. She mentioned that she was born in 91. I'm like, she was a great year. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess so. For me, 91 was the year that I gave up on a certain person and started planning for what to do when I needed to fucking choke the life out of that bitch. And thankfully I could just call Wade Brady, right? But 1991 was different for me.
1997 was different for me. And certainly 9/11 was different for me. Now, I don't know what happened to my friends who were 10 when 2001 happened. 2001. Have they seen? I don't know what kids today do, because I've been banned from hanging out with children quite on purpose, because I hung around with people and deliberately was disrespectful in front of their children, in the sense that I just acted like an asshole and didn't give a shit what their fucking kids thought of me. Because frankly, I didn't give a shit what I thought about those kids as father at the moment. Not a popular attitude. Certainly not one I wished to convey or felt like I needed to. I just thought it was the best option out of a limited and dwindling pool. It was done for respect. I knew that the guy didn't know what was going on. I knew that there's something he didn't quite put together. He dumped his girlfriend and then tried to hook up with this girl and then tried to have sex with her tonight, but that was distracted because he had a big house party they invited the whole school to, and I guess his dream was to have sex with what's-ever nuts while the whole school was at his house. Okay, so they trashed his house and killed her cat, and he didn't have sex. I don't know why, since I wasn't part of that arrangement. I wasn't having sex with her. I didn't really want to have sex with her. She wanted my baby spunk so she could have a baby, because she was mad at me because she thought I embarrassed her. And I guess I did. And I'm going to do it again. Bitch, I put your spunk on the map, and I don't care if you're fucking embarrassed. Wow, you've been embarrassed? Wow, first time, huh? Wow. Check it out. Well, I don't know how embarrassed she is now. I don't even know she's alive. I don't care. She's surrounded by an entourage of dudes who have been ordered and are paid to death by a very rich man to keep her away from me. Because I guess it costs a lot of money to reprogram your wife to make her forget that she had been misled and lied to by somebody who later married her, who told her, "Oh, Michael Kuzi, he's dead. He's a loser." Barry said, and then she didn't want to believe it, but apparently it was true, because this rich guy told her so. And then every time she used any device to ever talk about me or look me up, all the answers she got back were blank, which sounds amazingly convincing until you realize that it's just money, it's just internet. It wouldn't be that hard to fucking snow a woman, especially one as brilliant as she. So anyway, when this woman found out that I was alive, and I would be happy to fucking talk to her, and that when I met her husband, not only did he not claim to be married, he claimed to be married to somebody else, and I dropped her actual name and he ignored it as though he had never heard of her. And he's married to her. Okay. Also, he talked to me for a long time without saying that he was married to her. Also, he acted like she didn't exist, which could have been the case, because I don't know if he knew that she existed until I told him that I liked her still, in a way. In very short order, he somehow flew to CERN, Switzerland, and jumped through a portal and changed time, and suddenly she was married to him. That's weird. I dropped her name, she was blanked, and then all of a sudden, now they're married? Wow, when did that happen? Huh. Was somebody already married to her? Did they have to switch dimensions? What exactly was the detail here? Other than, yo, nigga, you're not going to fucking piss me off about it. Like, I'm not mad that they're married. If I wanted to be mad about that, I would have been mad earlier when they got married. And then I thought she was married. I said, I didn't know she was married to him. And then, like, which one is she talking about? Or he talking, like, which one is he married to? And then I know there's more than one, because more than one of them killed themselves and come back in time from heaven. They get to heaven. They're like, "Heaven, please give me a chance at Michael Kuzi, please." And I'm sure God is happy to oblige, because I've experienced this woman who I thought I was over dozens of times in various guises. And here's the reason why. She lives a whole fucking bunch of life without me, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of disappointing, but stuff happens. I didn't understand why it happened that way. I now understand why, and I completely forgive her. She doesn't forgive herself, and she also never got to taste my baby spunk. And she lied to a bunch of people and said that she did. She said it tasted horrible. She was drunk. She was stupid. She didn't realize what she was doing. I've eaten plenty of my baby spunk. Semen, the stuff that comes out of my dick. You may have heard of it. I've eaten plenty of mine, like as much as I can. All of it, really. Why would I throw it away? Just lick off my hands. Why do I care? I'm not going to get myself pregnant, am I? And then I've never had anybody else's. So I'm intimately familiar with mine. And I will say, I think it's delicious. And this bitch apparently has sucked everybody else's cock on the fucking world except mine. And as a Scorpio with a Mars placement, apparently she feels like she has not completed some certain goals in life, which is goddamn right. She has not completed certain goals. She hasn't walked up to you and said, "Wow, I'm really sorry. Nothing at all can say can take back what I've done because I was an idiot." She was. She didn't even know what she's done yet, but if she could remember, I wouldn't like that, because she might have a stroke and die. And I wouldn't mind having a memory of her attempting to suck a cock. Like, how did she do with other men?
Like, do they demand it, or they just rape out of her and then she endures it, or what? Like, what does it look like when she actually wants to suck cock? Assuming that she can find a lesbian with the cock, since as we all know, she was born that way. And there's no such thing as cock slave dope, right? Oh yeah, there's no special kind of speed that gets a person turned on for males. Oh no. No, speed is just bad, and when you take it, it makes you hot for girls, because then you become more alert to the reality of the world, which is girls are awesome and boys are stinky. Yeah, it's true, they are. Especially when you take a whole shitload of dope that's designed to turn you into a lesbian, you fucking groomed off moron. So anyway, luckily this is a friend of mine, like an actual friend. I don't care if I have sex with her or not. In the aggregate, I really don't. I don't care. Other people care. Some people want to see me fucking plow her till she fucking screams from the moon, because they know goddamn well she's never had a good one, and she knows that they know that. Well, since she was lying about me, she might as well get something. And then plenty of other people have fucked her to death or whatever throughout various lifetimes. Like, more than one person has lived this life, because the one dies and then they go to heaven, and sometimes they say, fuck, I got so close to Michael Kuzi's dick. How do I do it right? And then God doesn't tell them that, because even God doesn't know how to get close to my dick. And on many occasions, it turns out that this woman was trying desperately to achieve a number of goals in simultaneous fashion. Number one, she wanted to have sex with me. Number two, she wanted to have sex. Number three, she wanted to have sex that was safe according to her standards. She also wanted sex that was unsafe for the person she was with, because she wanted to make sure that they died at some point, and she figured she might as well get started, because she hates men, because she's been groomed to hate men. And then the only thing she wanted to have sex with me for was to get a baby out of me. And she wanted to take the baby. She wanted to rape the baby. She didn't want to ask me, say nicely, or offer me anything. She wanted to trade on my emotions and imagine that I was desperate to get inside of her box, and she wanted to trick me into giving her spooge, and then she was going to use her magical powers that she thought nobody knew she had, and she was going to make a baby. I think she wanted to make a litter. She wanted a litter of Hungarian niggers, I think, and she wanted to collect 18 years worth of money off me for every single one, and then she didn't want me to know that was happening. She wanted me to be so stupid that I didn't know. Okay, that was her fantasy. I don't know what her fantasy is now. I haven't talked to her in a while. As you can imagine, she's been disappointed on a couple of levels, right? For one thing, the irony is, I would have happily gone along with that. That sounds like fun. Except for the part where she wanted me to feel bad and humiliated about it. Why did she want me to feel bad and humiliated? Well, because she's being groomed by fucking lesbians to be a fucking lesbo. And lesbos in the satanic homosexual agenda, very important for the sexes to hate each other. It's not enough that they just fucking suck each other off. Oh, no. No, you suck each other's dicks. Okay, after you're done, you got to get up and go down to the bar and talk about hating women openly in public, and then go out and beat some up, and then put some money into a fucking TV show that glorifies violence against women. I don't fucking know. I'm not a fucking homosexual at all. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad for a person to be that way. If a person is that way, I love them just as much. I had a friend of mine named Carl. I love Carl. He's still alive now. He was gay as a fucking May Day parade, and he wanted to do sexy stuff with me. I didn't. So he died without having any sex with me. Too fucking bad, Carl. Maybe you shouldn't have pissed me off. Similarly, I haven't had any sex with this woman that I was just speaking of. I'll be sad if she dies again without having sex with me, but she's apparently got a history of coming back. Not just from the dead, but like on an orbit. There's like 7 of her. She's duplicated in time. I know this sounds like bullshit. However, as pretty as I am and as wonderful as my semen is, I find it hard to believe that just one woman could come back from the grave as many times as she has, believing she was going to go after my semen and then still fail to get it as many times as she has failed. She's failed a lot. She succeeded once. I bet she doesn't even know when. And I doubt she got a baby out of it. Because if this woman was able to take my semen and make babies out of it without consent, she'd be visiting me a lot more often, and she'd be worth a lot more money. Because my children are fucking sold for a shitload of money on other planets. I don't know why the fuck somebody would want to get a baby out of me without my consent. Oh, that's right, because there's different rules if it's a stolen orphan baby. If they pass it on to another baby seller who can honestly say, I have no idea where this baby came from, but sure looks like Michael Kuzi. Yeah. I don't know how baby trafficking works. This bitch did. She knew where she could sell a baby. She wanted to sell my baby. She was pissed at me. And she had reason to, actually. I kind of embarrassed her on purpose. After I found out she was embarrassed at all, I got pissed. And since I didn't want to fuck her, and I was her friend, I don't think most men would have let that woman alive after what she said to me. But I was young, and she didn't know what she was doing. We were both young. She was pretty upset because she had been exposed to my attractiveness in person, and it was apparently more than she could handle. Because as I mentioned, she was being groomed to hate men. She found it difficult to hate me, considering I was so. Apparently, I find it hard to believe myself, but apparently this woman found me attractive. And to feel good about herself, she had to believe that I was a nigger, so that she didn't feel bad about not being able to control herself or make good decisions, because apparently she had never been exposed to an attractive man before. I mean, most men are pretty fucking lame, just in general. And then one that a person is personally attracted to. I've met one man I was actually attracted to, and it was Robert Christ. Not because he was Rob. He was Christ. Yeah. It's not that hard to be a Christ. Christ comes back. He's kind of shy. And Christ-like energy is fairly impressive shit. Like Kathy had it, Carrie didn't. Watching Kathy, yeah, okay, your name's Corey. Okay. What do I say at point of orgasm when I masturbate? I haven't yet, but just trying to get my ducks in order. Your name's Corey now, is it? Did you get hit by a car and have amnesia? Or are you just like fucking part of this fucked off circus fucking sideshow, and aren't you fucking happy that I fucking love Jesus for real? Yeah, because she was a Catholic. Oh no, she was Christian. She is a Christian, I'm sure. She clearly loves Jesus. Okay, I clearly love Jesus. I don't make that real obvious, but to her I would have to, because back in the day there was some question about whether or not I was a fucking demon lord or some shit. And there was this guy who turned out to be gay later on. He was dating this woman named I don't want to say her name because she was just so rude, but maybe she wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, there was jokes about how she had a Bible strapped to her legs. It was dumb, okay? There was this tension between the gays and the druggies and the Bible thumpers and the people who just want to live their life, and people like me who did not know that all these people were clandos or sons of clandos or part of the security establishment, or all believed that they wanted to grow up big and strong, and they were told to practice on me. Like, I don't know how that fucking came to be, but it was public school. And there weren't any other Hungarians. And I guarantee you, not one fucking person in that school remembers anybody as clearly as they remember me. But I don't know what they remember me as, since I deliberately made myself into a complete mystery and disappeared like a ghost. Did you know Harry Houdini was Hungarian? Did you know I'm Hungarian? Probably. And did you know how much I got pissed off by my fucking high school class? So fucking pissed off, I'm fucking 51 now. I'm still fucking livid over it when I think about it. Haven't told anybody a single fucking word of the real truth. Just in my head, I rehearse it sometimes. And it turns out the alumni has started to figure out, oh, maybe we misjudged something. Oh, that's strange. Oh, so you say the girl that we humiliated him for liking, after he disappeared, she lived a successive of failed lives over and over and over, up to potentially as many as 182,000 of them. Well, 182, let's say. And she kept on taking drugs and drinking and having sex, and it never ever made her happy. And on the rare occasions when she did have a family, something terrible would befall her, and then she ended up being trafficked to a hell world where she was raped. Yeah, that's what happened to the woman who was born on the day of the Hellraiser. Day of the Hellraiser, who decided to be a great idea to, instead of breaking up with me, she thought it'd be a good idea to give me a humiliation ritual and leave me on her bed on our birthday. And then start hanging out with this loathsome guy whose name I will say. I don't do it often because I don't want this guy to sue me. He probably should sue me, because then I could tell the real fucking story, you fucking cunt. Don't like him. Jason Beatty. I think there's a real one in the succession of fucked off clones. At any rate, I couldn't figure out why the fuck she would spend any time with him. Oh, well, he was an obsessive sex pest. Is, I'm sure. He's just a total creeper. And then with me out of the picture, I'm sure nothing would have stopped him other than somebody else who cared about her. And I don't know who the fuck that would ever be, considering everybody became kind of aware that she had fucked up somehow. And then she didn't even know how she'd fucked up, and nobody asked me. So yeah, I guess that's how Jason Beatty got a shot, because I can't imagine why she'd waste her fucking time with that guy at all. Like, what the fuck did he have to offer? Oh yeah. Well, he's a thug. He had thug contacts. He had thug materials. I'm sure he made it seem like an attractive idea to hang around with him. So, among other reasons, when I saw that happening, I figured, okay, great, why don't you do that, and I'll go away and never have to think about that again, because it was just revolting and nauseous, just the very notion that he would get to be at all in her life. And I could see that. It's not like not like he was scared of me. He had a whole bunch of fucking friends with him. He was clearly a military or some kind of fucked off thing where he thought he was better than everybody, and he kind of was. He could get he could get aphrodisiac laden dope at the age of 15 and give it to this girl who was an exchange student who thought she was all that. Well, on meth, she was even better, yeah. And then she wanted me to have sex with her and give her a baby, and not told me any of this. She didn't tell me any of this stuff out loud. She used it in her head and her telepathy while she was on meth. And I distinctly remember hearing her think, I don't know if you can even hear me, you stupid nigger, hurry up and rape me, while she was laying on a bed with her arms crossed and she was smirking at me. While I'm sure that would have attracted many niggers, to me it did not. And that actually happened. That woman broadcast to me mentally, somehow, some combination of eldritch technologies and meth, because everybody else was on Adderall, but she was on meth. I can see the difference now. Looking back now, I understand. And I also understand why she didn't want to tell me. It was very confusing. So rather than judge a person, I decided to wait till I figured out what was going on. Well, here's what was going on. She didn't want to give me meth. She didn't want a meth baby. She wanted a stolen nigger baby. And she couldn't figure out how to do it. She was trying to use magic. Smart girl. It would have worked too. If I didn't love her, if we weren't bound by destiny, it might have worked. And if I'd understand the situation better, I might have given her 2 or 3 babies. Because it was that she was afraid that people would laugh at her for wanting a nigger baby. Hi, my bloodline's actually from Atlantis. I am royal. And the reason why she was attracted to me is because I'm fucking hot as fuck. And the reason why nothing happened is because I found the whole thing a little too sketchy. I'm a rising Virgo. I'm not in a hurry to lose my virginity. So, obviously I hurried up and did that with somebody else. I guess this girl didn't like that very much. That's funny. I wonder why. Seems like everybody would like all the stuff that she did to me without telling me the truth or thinking that I could hear her. Like, I guess she thought I couldn't hear, and I guess she thought I wasn't thinking because, I don't know, maybe she wasn't high enough that she could fucking still understand what my nigger language was. And by the way, I'm not black, I'm white, hi, I'm Hungarian, but she was taught that Austria were the good guys and the Hungarians were the bad guys. And I'm definitely Hungarian. I wasn't born there, but my dad was like full on. My mother had traces of that. It's pretty close to Romania. Hungary is often confused with gypsies. Like, oh, no. No, we know what gypsies are. We don't use that word. We're talking about the Roma. And then you've got classy Roma, and then you've got high-class Roma. I don't think she could handle either. And the fire in the flesh, she was the bound chattel whore of a Roma sorcerer who had the power to put little bugs and weeds that would convert a person's mind to make them their sex slave. That's how one of them ended up. So I guess she shouldn't have fucking talked about Hungarian nigger so much. She's like a real asshole, okay? So I met her in high school when she wasn't quite as an asshole. And she thought she was all that. And guess what? She was. She is. That still doesn't mean I like getting fucking insulted. And I didn't like her fucking piggy thuggy entourage. I mean, yeah, I could have handled them. Wasn't really sure how I should have. I didn't quite understand that. Honestly, what I should have done was killed him. Jason Beatty, I should have killed him accidentally. I should have gone full Con Air on Jason Beatty. Motherfucker. Such a deuce, he was so obsessed with her, he would have done anything to get rid of me. Because unbeknownst to me, she actually did like me. And she was embarrassed by it. Why? Oh, well, because it turns out when women get to really liking somebody, they kind of lose control of, among other things, their moistness factor. I guess it's kind of embarrassing to fucking be dripping fluid all the time and not pop it. And to actually kind of like it. Yeah, ladies, that's what a man can do to you. And I really did like her. I still do like her. I don't yearn to have sex with her. Oh, no. I get way more satisfaction out of thinking about how I fucking do it there. Meanwhile, she, on the other hand, has a Scorpio placement in the planet of affairs involving work, commerce, getting things done in life, feelings of accomplishment. And she fucked me off and ran me away when I was 15, and she was, I think, 39. Well, maybe not that old, but she was definitely older. And I let her do it. And the reason why is because I knew that one day she would show up and she would be like, what the fuck have I done? How do I undo this? Oh my God. And she'd be totally insecure. And I would be still exactly the same as I was then. That was the theory, but it's true. I love her just as much as back then. So what's she gonna do about that? You still want to fucking rape baby? She did. She visited me in a dream that was very much lucid, and I pretended to be unconscious and unaware of what was going on, and she and her companion forced me to have sex. She forced me to ejaculate 3 times into 3 different women in 2 bodies in a dream, because that's how bad she wanted a fucking baby of mine. Okay. Obsessive would be putting it mildly. Now, I loved her before that. Now, I'm not going to lie, that's fucking hot shit. However, she has to take a turn. I don't give a fuck if it's been... How many years has it been? How many years has it been? It's been years, okay? In that intervening time, she hasn't tried to impress me. She's tried to impress everybody else by telling them shitty stories about me that weren't true. I know, it's fucked in the head, isn't it? It's this weird kind of thing that happens when the satanic homosexual agenda is fucking stopped dead in its tracks by a goddamn spellcaster. I won't say who. What? Spellcasting? That can't be real. If it were real, they would have college courses for it, wouldn't they? Yeah, anyway. I had a hunch that she was going to need some kind of specialized education in the future, because I didn't know what to do about the situation, but I could tell there was a situation, and it was bigger than I knew. For one thing, her cat got murdered. So when my cat got murdered later, I was prepared to accept that, because for one thing, my cat was a bitch, and then her cat was a bitch. And then why would somebody murder a cat at all, bitchy or not? Well, I don't know what I did to make my cat get murdered, but I know that the cat volunteered to get murdered because the cat was bored of sitting around waiting for the woman I was hanging around with to get anything done. Like, I met her and I got this cat, and she's got like 2 kids and 19,000 family members and this weird sketchy background, and she got a brother she didn't talk to, and the whole thing fucking just doesn't add up at all. But I do love her, and I can respect how she didn't want to tell me the truth, because now that I know the truth, fuck, I wouldn't want to mention it either. But she was in between a rock and a hard place, and she needed my help. So she told me the truth as best as she could. Which probably for the first time in her life didn't do too bad a job. She said she needed help with her kids, and boy did she. And then she also said that she, what was it? Oh yeah, she also said that she thought she knew better than I did about what should be done. Okay, so she was wrong there, but that's okay. I don't mind. I mean, it may well have been that she was 49 years old and had never had a real relationship in her life. So I don't fault any of her errors, and in fact, I don't think she made a single one, except for embarrassing me at the Twin Peaks tour. That's what really got my attention. But I don't know if she even remembers doing that, because the way this complex PTSD thing. Have you heard of complex PTSD? Okay, it's PTSD with a C. You get me? Yeah, it's not MK Ultra. No, not at all. No, it's complex PTSD. It's a big fucking deal. Because it used to be that people were like, "You're not MK Ultra, it's just a myth, that's just a story. What's that? Are you a Russian agent? But you get porn on your computer and go home? Fuck you, you do what we say or we'll kill you." That's how they used to handle it. People talking about shit they don't want to talk about. How they handle it now is a little different, mostly because of me. Given that I've demonstrated the ability to fucking shut their fucking shit down instantly. And I'm speaking of the Smithsonian Institution. The Smithsonian? Remember the Smithsonian? Remember the Men in Black? Remember the dudes who would run around being mean? Remember Mockingbird? Remember how it used to be really hard to get messages out? Okay, I think like 80% of those fucking workers just straight up died, right? And then I don't think Mockingbird's good at hiring people anymore. American government doesn't have any fucking money. There's other technologies that work better. Nobody wants to work for Mockingbird because they made that movie with that girl in it who's so hot I'm embarrassed to watch her movies. J-Law. I fucking love J-Law. Not only is she hot, I actually like her. I could be friends with her, and wonder of wonders, I could keep my mind off her body easily. And she'll never believe it. I frankly don't believe it myself. I think it must have been a divine intervention that made it happen, much like the fappening itself. But do you remember the fappening? Okay, I remember the fappening quite well. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I found out, and I was like, oh, that's gross. Like, I wasn't thrilled at all. And I did not immediately go out downloading everybody. Oh, no, I did not. I thought about the women who were being violated, and I thought, fuck, they must feel bad. Who's on the list? And then I looked at it like, oh, okay, this was a limited hangout by some organization that wanted these women to shut up, because I bet these women found out something that they didn't know before. They thought, let's get together and have an ice cream social. Let's just 6 or 7 of us close personal friends and all our entourages will show up at a Sunday brunch, and we'll talk about the state of the world and what we as women, strong independent women, what we can do about it. And then that'll be helpful, okay? All right, break. And then 3 days later, probably 12 of them were dead. The other 2 had herpes, and J-Law was the only one left standing, because you wouldn't want to fuck with J-Law. She's awesome. But apparently she may not have realized what she needed to do, up to and including security on her booty pics. Or she could have had perfect security, and they just broke in and took it anyway. It's impossible to say. The fappening was obviously a top-down, planned ordered event by the powers that be. I don't think it was just because she's that pretty, although she is that fucking pretty. And I can say this very candidly, because I refused to look at any of the pictures, really. Well, I looked at a couple to see, not her, but just at all to see, like, is this really happening? And like, oh shit, oh look, naked porn, big deal. I don't like porn. I like to be a participant, and nobody's ever wanted to make porn of me or offered to. And do you know what they use porn for? It's gross. I like having sex. I don't like obsessing over it. And if I had a girlfriend like J-Law, she would not have those kind of pictures on her phone at all in a way that could be easily gotten. I would say to her, you know, J-Law, you're cruising for a bruising here. And she'd be like, why? And I'd say, well, Apple is the devil. And she'd say, really? And she'd look at my face and she'd realize I was serious. And then she'd have to decide, do I want to keep dating a guy who can talk about the devil casually and beat his ass in single combat, or do I want to, just go on and suck somebody else's dick? I don't know. But I'll tell you, J-Law would have to understand that I can handle the devil easy. Her father or family or whatever she's got going on, I don't know what she's got. I don't know what her lineage is, but it terrifies me. Because whatever she's got going on, she lived in a world where she turned out that beautiful and that hot, and she went to the industry and she behaved the way she did, and somehow nobody got around to telling her about security, how it works, or about me. Because I guess she must have been like just blown away. Oh, I guess what happened was that she trusted somebody, and it turns out she couldn't trust them. Yeah, that's how that works, J-Law. You can't even trust me, honey, baby, darling. Holy shit, yeah, that feels bad. I don't have a relationship with her at all. I wouldn't mind at all. She's really nice, and she definitely deserves a friend. Hey, J-Law, you haven't been 3 years without a hug, are you? Oh, let me tell you what they did to me. And let's record that conversation, and then I'll play for this girl who just fucked me off the other day, and then she can explain that to herself. Because her problem is that she doesn't trust me because I want to do with her what she does with everybody else. But she doesn't want to do those things at all. She thinks they're dirty. So I should just be normal, boring, and playing with her, because she doesn't like doing it at all anyway. She just likes a man who does things for her, and she's figured out that sex is required there. But she doesn't get the other part, because she's been chemically castrated. She's actually a real bitch, so it actually makes sense. But she's 44, 45. I'm not going to uncastrate her. She's a fucking psycho. And why isn't she seeing a doctor who will do that? And then why isn't she talking about her doctor visits? And why can't I just go on a date with J-Lo and J-Law and J-Bear and J-Bean and Jack Black and Drive and Bailey J? You see the problem here? I think you're prettier than her. All of them put together. Yeah, but you're also a total bitch and you're dead. You've been killed twice from my perspective. I don't know what universe you're in, and I don't blame you for being scared of me, because you get involved with me, you're going to be changing your life forever. And whatever you're doing now, you roll with some loathsome douche, right? Like the kind of people who thought the fappening was cool, and they probably still have J-Law's ass. I didn't ask to see it. I saw her over a balloon knot, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw comments, and there were guys who were exclaiming how wonderful it was. They were violating her privacy because they didn't like her attitude, and they thought she was too snooty and needed to be taken down a peg. And these men were talking about that openly, about a woman who had just been exposed to the real world, where, yeah, you have that pretty of a body, and you're not my girlfriend. Okay, well, fair. I've never been anywhere near you, and there's no reason why you pick out the Hungarian who fucked off that one girl. But maybe she had heard of me and she doesn't want to date me, but she wanted to put her ass on Apple iCloud, and then she's got a boyfriend. Whatever the fuck she does, she's got a manager who doesn't let this woman know what she's got going on. I don't know how pretty she is now, but she's fucking gorgeous, and tell that she's a little insecure about it. And that tells me one thing: nobody's actually told her what she's got going on. Similarly, nobody ever told me that I had a fantastic penis until I was like in my 30s. I was like, hey, is my penis really good? And then somebody said, yeah, you don't know? And I'm like, no, why would I know? I don't care about penis. And then while I was explaining this to a person, I realized, oh, that girlfriend. Oh, they were all pissed about what happened with that one. And that one never saw my penis erect because she never fucking turned me on. Duh. She was expecting me to just lay there and be a bitch, and that was going to turn me on. No, I'm not an Australian nigger, so I'm not a nigger at all. I'm not an Aboriginal. I'm a Hungarian. I like having sex with people that I love. And I love her, but I don't like having sex with people who treat me like a fucking stupid fucking nigger. It's one thing to be a nigger, but she thought I was actually stupid. And she was doing that to counteract her own feelings of desire for me that she didn't know how to deal with, and she'd been told from birth it was very bad. Very bad to like Michael Kuzi. Yeah, you'll be fucked for life. Lady, you will never be good for another man. Oh, no. They'll get tired of hearing you talk about me. Your whole demeanor will change. I have a way of unconsciously making a woman repellent to asshole men, because I don't want to hang around your fucking loser friends. And if you have loser friends, I'll figure out a way to get rid of them. I used to be more calm about that, but these days, well, I'll be honest. If J-Law showed up, it wouldn't. I would assume it was a robot clone and a test, maybe like a reboot for Stepford Wives. I would really play it to the hilt and just go totally spurged off, because I know people who are much more beautiful than Jennifer Law. Jennifer Law. Any resemblance or any connection to Karen Law, by the way? Do you know Karen Law? Karen with a C and a really snotty attitude. Oh, claw at some fucked off place that's out of business now. Some snooty bitch named Karen Law. Any relation to Jennifer Law? I'm guessing pro, yeah, probably, because you're both actually really pretty. And as far as I know, you both could be in the future, and they're piping the fucking images back through time and space. I don't fucking know. I don't plan to see her, but I do know that every time I think of J-Law, I think, wow, that poor girl, she has no idea. Because I bet she has no idea of how to pick a guy, or even a girl. I mean, she seems to appear to know how to pick movies. I don't know. She obviously needs a bit more attention than she's getting. Here's how I know that. She got locked down on her publicity after the fappening. Oh, she showed up a lot more cautiously. She's no longer free and easy wheeling anymore, which is a good idea for her since she's fucking gorgeous, right? And I'm not going to go after her. Fuck no. If I ran into her, it'd be different. If I had any reason to run into her, it'd be different. I'm not going to go chasing clout. That ass is so fucking fine. No one would believe it, that I was able to get that without magic. And that's the other thing. Oh, hi, J-Law, you got to cast a magic spell on me and make me fall in love with you, and then you know what that's like. And then, by the way, do you have magic spells cast on you ever? Do you know what they're like? I had one age 15, I got a bitch putting fucking magic spells on me to adjust my behavior involving love. J-Law needs to hear this kind of story. Jennifer Lawrence needs to hear about how Michael Kuzi was given love spells, mostly so I have an excuse to talk about what a bitch Tammy was to Jennifer Lawrence. Not because I want that to be bad. I just want it to be out there, because I'm guessing that they're lovers already. Why wouldn't they be? They're both two of the hottest women that have ever lived together, surely surpassing Helen of Troy. Oh, and speaking of Helen of Troy, what a pussy. Okay, so I enjoy talking about these kind of things because my friend's name, see, I ID'd her because I'm coming to this. My friend's name was used by David Lynch in his Return series, the Return. I know nothing for certain, but I have very little doubt that those two have not met because he used her name to describe the character of an incredibly annoying woman. What was your name again? Tammy. Tammy doesn't like her name. She does not. She doesn't like me. Tammy's her name. Come on, puppy. Your name is Tammy. Yeah. I know you don't like it. I know. In person, I wouldn't talk to you that way at all. I haven't talked to you in like fucking how many years has it been? Conversations aplenty are possible, but no. You gotta stay quiet. You gotta stay sequestered because it's dangerous. I guess it's been an emergency for a long time. Okay, hang on. Tamara, fuck you. Okay, see, I'm her actual friend. I don't care if she fucks me. I don't care. And I'm not being disrespectful. Who knows or knows that woman deserves to be told to fuck off. I don't even want to tell her to fuck off. I just feel like she won't respect me unless she knows that I could do that. Because I definitely can do that. And in the past, I had a confusing thing going on. It wasn't what she thought, though. I think she thought I was obsessed with her. Oh, no. It was that I was appalled by her attitude and I wanted to teach her a lesson. And I knew that I could, but I didn't know how. And I wanted to be as low energy and input on that as possible. I wanted somebody else to do all the work and her to gain all the lessons and me to just fucking get away scot-clean. Because at one point, I thought she was probably just an evil, lying, rude, criminal bitch. And no doubt she is, on several planes of reality. However, that doesn't make me a judge. And since she judged me, I wanted to be the better or person at all and make sure that I had a good story if I ever show up again. Because if I didn't have a good story, I would probably just want to punch her ass out. Like what she did was unforgivable. But however, I'm her friend. I don't need to forgive it. Most people don't know. I have no desire to tell people. Well, no. And the bitch herself doesn't even know. She might be so fucked off in the head that when she were to discover what she did, she might actually feel sorry. She might experience guilt. I don't know how badly she was just trafficked big time. Okay. I'm not going to say they doped her up and put her in a portal. I can't back that up. And God, that's wishful thinking. I'd like to see that happen. Leave behind my wallet. This woman has had ample time to talk to me over the years, and instead has imagined herself to be fleeing from an evil man that she doesn't want to talk to. And that's her boss that she talks to every day. I'm the nice person that she flees from and doesn't want to talk to, but she actually does. She doesn't want to talk to the evil asshole who's been harassing her for how long have you been working for him? Okay, guess what? He's been stalking you before then. He's part of the gang that your mother was running from. I know you're an airhead bimbo, and that's why it's not easy to love you, but it's certainly worth it. Because let me explain how this works. Hypnotic drugs. They hypnotize the brain, and they convince you that the experiences you had with me, you had with that asshole, and then suddenly he shows up and he knows all the right things to do to make you comfortable, because that's also pre-programmed hypnosis. And then me, I'm given all the stuff that he did to you, which is apparently real bad. Yeah. Did he steal your girlfriend? Did he kill your cat? Yeah, did he make jokes about killing your cat? I don't know. That's the guy you're fucking with, dummy. Yeah, dummy. Hello. You've been hypnotized to believe that he and I'm you. And I figured this out quite a while ago. Wasn't sure what I could do about it besides grimace and kind of clap, because for one thing, I can see why that man might have done that to you. You're a real fucking bitch. Number two, he had no idea that he could just talk to me and I would be on his side. He had no idea. The guy's obviously a criminal mastermind. He's not going to just find random boyfriend from high school and tell him his secret plans. What if I fucking ratted him out like I just did? He doesn't know. But see, since he didn't tell me, and I'm just speculating, I'm hearing things that I'm making up. Yeah, he's not in trouble. He's probably really feeling uncomfortable, though, because he knows what he did. I don't know what exactly what he did. That man knows what he did. And I swear to God, I don't know if I'd applaud him, turn him in, kill him, or suck his dick. You're that big of a bitch, Hellraiser. Your name is Hellraiser. You're born on the day of the Hellraiser. You know that cube in the box with Clive Barker that fucking Pinhead comes out of? That's you. Yeah, you're pretty awesome. So no, sorry, you can't have my spunk. Why don't you I guess you got the second greatest rapist on the planet. Great. Oh, is he going to sue me if I call him a rapist? David Rubini rapist. David Rubini rapist. This motherfucker called me up on the phone, screaming at me about blah, 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 about how he didn't like what I had to say. Okay, hang on. I don't give a fuck. At the time, I had to care about that. Now, I don't care. He can't fucking show his face anywhere. Like, people know there's something cool there because I haven't killed him. Like, he's one of my favorite people around. I do, in fact, love him. But when people hear that out of context, they're not sure if I'm being joking. Because this is a guy who lied to all sorts of people, told them stories about me so he could get in their pants. Just to fuck them. He's that kind of a spurg lord. I kind of admire that. He's got a job to do. He did it. He didn't do shit to harm me. It was really insulting, but then again, it was kind of nice seeing him underestimate me. Whoever briefed this kid obviously wanted him to be dead. And I say, kid, he's older than me. No. Somebody told him that I would be easy to take out. He's a half kike, half wop, and I'm a fucking paladin. And he thought the best thing to do would be to lie to me. Well, I'm married to my ex-girlfriend from high school. She's not even my ex. She didn't even break up with me. And that's only on one frame of reality. Did you know there's multiple frames of reality, Penelope? I don't give a fuck what you know. I know this. I like that guy. He's got balls. He took a stab at the title, and he failed. He's still plugging away. And I'm sure he expected to get it in and out, but instead I ensorcelled him into taking care of him, his wife and daughter. And now he loves them. Huh? How you like that for fucking rape, buddy? Yeah, he wasn't planning on that. I don't know if it's the original Rubini or just a fake Rubini. I do know that it necessitated the reemergence of Dagoth and his handmaiden. Dagoth There's some diacritical marks there. D-A-G-O-T-H. Dagoth That's where David Rubini had to fucking come back as, because I sealed off all the places for him to keep on using his cheap Jew magic. He might be half kike, but he's fucking full fucking tricky. And I respect all that. I'm not going to marry him. I don't have to. But honestly, if Tammy wanted me to have a two-way with him. Yeah, so if she wanted to watch me fuck him, I would do it just out of spite. Just 'cause I'm pissed at that woman. And then she doesn't know what the fuck to make of me. She married him and then thought I was a loser. And then since I wasn't around, that guy had to come in and save her. Because they're both Jews. He's a crypto Jew and she thinks she's Jew. Do you remember Adria? Adria Sharp. Somebody else I'm going to fucking name. Oh, what a bitch. I haven't talked to her in such a long time. I was afraid to. I didn't want to tell her the truth. I knew she wouldn't care. Oh yeah, good, you go. She wouldn't say that, but she'd be thinking it. Okay, so I finally break down. I try to message her in some friendly way. I send her a message on Facebook because I figure that's appropriate since she's living in Virginia. Oh, gee, I wonder what's there. She's living there because of the good potatoes, right? No, she's living in Virginia because she's a fucking Fed. For how many countries? I don't know, as many as she can fucking fit on her fucking stamp card. Okay, so I know she's a big deal. I don't blame her. She's smart. She was smart enough to know that I was going to be a problem in the future. She wasn't smart enough to know that I was going to have a long enough fucking memory to fucking do something about it, though. Hi, Adria. By the way, Karen Michelacci, that bitch, human trafficker. Why don't you go bust her instead of fucking tell stories about me? Oh, yeah, so I don't know what this woman actually does. It must be very important, and I had better not know anything about it because I would just spurg my ass off about what the fuck Adria Sharf is doing in Virginia. Because here's a hint, it's not being a very good fucking clandestine. Noticed her right away. She's not being a very good State Department employee. She created a diplomatic faux pas without even thinking that she was doing it. I guess she didn't know that it was her responsibility to keep track of the situation. I guess she didn't remember when I told her all that information. I was expecting something back, and I wasn't sure how Jewy she was, but apparently she's the kind of Jew who thinks that she can just take, and then never have to give anything back, and then if she gets put on the spot, she has to go, and then run. Okay, so I say hello to this bitch. I get a one-word response. Yikes! And then she blocks me. Okay, fuck you, Adria. That was cold. I didn't deserve that. She might not have known, or maybe she did. Probably didn't care. I was in an emotionally vulnerable state. I really wasn't going to ask her about Tammy. I mean, it was kind of curious what the fuck happened, since nobody told me. Wonder why. But I wasn't looking to pump anybody for information. I was going to wait till somebody pumped me for information, and that has not happened to this day, which doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, I guess it was pretty bad, huh? Wow. Thanks for all the help and support. Bitch yikes and blocks me, as if talking to me is dangerous. Well, it turns out it might have been. Yeah. there was some idiot pretending to be me and stalking her family. I guess some people don't know when to not stalk. And then I don't stalk people, but from the top down, the information coming into headquarters of the police, it was meant to look like I was a bad person. And from some measurements, I am a bad person because I don't give a fuck about saying Adria Sharf's name. Oh, this is on YouTube? Oh, maybe. I don't care. Fuck you, Adria. You said yikes and you blocked me, and you never... Did you send anybody else? I don't know. Do you fucking get random clandos to fucking come on your beck and call? Okay, why don't you send Becky Anderson my way? Oh, I know why, actually, because I dropped that name, and within 2 days, the fucking creepos who were stalking me had arranged to start harassing her. How I knew this and how that was happening, I don't know if they were pretending to harass her, but the instant these fucking creeps found out that I liked her, and I do. Hey, Becky. I haven't seen her in years, okay? Within hours of picking up this information from me, which I deliberately put into a out-of-the-way way of communicating that wasn't to anybody. It was just like a note to myself. It was like the first time I had ever admitted out loud, well, shit, I sure thought she was pretty. Now I know why. And then I don't want to go too deep into it because I have no expectation or hope of hooking up with anybody. At the time, I didn't even know if I had AIDS or not. I would take AIDS from Becky. Becky, you have AIDS? Really? That sucks. Why don't you fuck my brains out and tell me all about it? I promise you'll feel better. I can't promise I'll cure you, but that's just because of the law. I could probably cure AIDS. I don't know. I never met anybody so long ago. And then HIV is different. There's HIV and there's HIV plus, and one of them sucks and one of them's not a problem. And then if a person doesn't know any of this, and then they just go to the doctor and say, "Hey, you got HIV," and the person like breaks down going, "Ah!" Well, the doctor knows that they can put them in the line for the extra expensive mental health care, and then they don't have to mention to the person, just relax. We might be able to clear it up with this shot that we got in the back room. It's experimental. You got to sign up and sign your rights away and suck my dick, and then we'll give you the shot. And 50-50 chance you won't have AIDS or not, but you do have to suck my dick. There's 100% chance of that. What do you say? A lot of people would probably just suck dick for that, right? I mean, it's just a dick. What's the big deal? How many people on this planet have never sucked dick before, besides me? I think I'm probably the last one not to suck a dick. And I did lick the end of mine once. It really hurt my back. I'm not flexible enough. I'm not that into it. I've seen that picture of that Tool guy doing it. I can see why he would do that. I mean, he's cool. It's not that hard to do. And I can see how a person would get used to it. And a guy like him, he's going to need some hugs. Yeah, he's not my type. Doesn't he like hang around with Tori Amos? That's like his best friend. Well, yeah, getting to hang around with Tori Amos is cool. I don't think most people get to go anywhere near her. I would not rape Tori Amos, but I would sure seduce the fuck out of her. I doubt she could stop it. I think from her perspective, that's kind of like rape. I think it is. She doesn't know me from Adam. All of a sudden, there's some guy talking about Tori Amos and having sex with her, creeping out about how she went on a date with Maynard. That's creepy behavior. And even though I mean it innocently, it's not innocent, and it comes from I have a rape background. There's no confirmation that she's a victim, and I wouldn't call her such, but it's possible she may know a thing or two about coercive behavior. It's possible. I wouldn't say for certain because she might just be a cardboard cutout filled with hot air that Maynard gets to fuck. I don't know anymore. I do know that I hope that there's a woman out there named Tori Hair who plays piano. I'd like to be her friend. I don't know if she needs one. And if she does need one, she probably doesn't need somebody like me who hasn't gotten laid in 3 years. Hopefully, she could be my friend, and then I'd say, hey, could you call Tammy and tell her a couple things, please? And then Tori would probably write a song about it. If I wanted to chase clout, I could probably get those two spazzlords to fucking write a song that would embarrass Tammy. I don't want to embarrass Tammy. And if I am, I don't want a song. I want to embarrass her with my dick. See, I'm a little skeeved off about it. I don't talk about it much. At least I do talk about something at all, as opposed to somebody else who has ran for 30 years, and the reason why is because she's controlled by human traffickers. From another planet, no less. Does any of this sound libelous? I don't. It's probable that woman feels bad hearing it. And technically, she can sue me for libel. I'm not requesting that, by the way. Tammy, no sex, no lawsuits. Isn't there anything you can do? It's without... Oh, no, she's in fight or flight. Yeah, so the trouble with Tammy is that she's painted herself into a corner. She does like me. How could she not? I haven't raped her daughter. I haven't raped her. I've been respectful. I've waited patiently. So long that Tammy just felt like her heart would break out of boredom like 8 or 9 times just in the first 2 weeks alone because she missed me so much. Right. Well, she missed me so much she should have fucking done more than she did. Here's what she did do. A whole bunch of stuff, all of it interrupted by a thuggy piggy strike team. Got my mail, got my phone calls, intercepted my calls, didn't let me talk to her, didn't encourage talking to her. The few times I did talk to her, it was immensely tense and not cool. And Tammy was just like, just so confused. Wow, I'm on meth and I have sex all the time and I'm going to college in California and I'm looking hot and I go roller skating. Wow, why would Michael be mad and upset? Maybe you shouldn't have fucked that whore, right? I don't know if at the time she knew that she had ordered the whore herself and it was her friend. She might have been reprogrammed so she didn't remember, or that she could have remembered that she didn't tell me what to do, and she also might have remembered nothing about how she had a bunch of asshole friends who deliberately tortured me, and she was fucking one of them, and I'm sure by the end of the next year, all of them got a turn. It was that kind of situation, because without me there, I could give a fuck who she fucked, and then if she didn't have to impress me, pretty sure it didn't take her long to figure out that she might as well just start sucking dick, because here's how the story goes. She was my girlfriend. She was my first girlfriend, and then she dumped me by making me cry in her bed on her birthday, and then didn't tell me why, and then started hooking up with this guy who had been going with the girl for 4 years, who was a Christian who didn't want to have sex until she was married, and he got fed up with that, and they concocted a plan to embarrass us both, and their ultimate goal was to put us both in a closet and have us fuck each other. And they knew that I had been given some sort of experimental military version of herpes that was supposed to make me immune, but also had a 50-50 chance of making me turn into one of them pumpkins with bumps on it. I don't know. Supposedly they were worried that I was going to have a reaction. Okay, so I don't get herpes. I've been exposed to it several times. I'm pretty clear that I'm pretty much immune to herpes, which is good. It can happen from a lot of reasons. I got chickenpox when I was 7. That historically has made a person immune. It seems to be something that's not well understood, and I'll tell you why. Science doesn't want people to know what's going on. It's easy to avoid getting herpes. It also doesn't matter if you have it or not. It's also easy to not spread it. And I don't know what the fuck anybody has, because I'm not talking to them. I'm not trying to spread anything except bonhomie and general good cheer and a strong encoded lesson that will never be forgotten by any of you. Don't fuck with me! It may take a while. It doesn't have to take 35 years to get revenge. See, this isn't a revenge thing. This is a healing thing. The fact that some people are going to interpret it as revenge, I don't want to say any names here, but Jen. Oh, and Jen. Oh, and Heather Hinson. By the way, you're a real bitch. Yeah. You got trafficked. There you go. And that other girl who trafficked. Yeah, y'all a bunch of traffickers. Now, look, is it cool that you just be gay and don't hate on men? Because if you're gonna start hating on men because you think they're abusive, you don't know the fucking half of it, lady. Okay, good talk. I'll see each other. Yeah. Sell me lots of drugs. We can make a lot of money. Yeah. I'm Black Pope. You're a idiot lesbian who owes me a favor. It's okay. Yeah, I know it's insulting to call you an idiot, but you could have said something and you never did, and I guess you're afraid to, or somebody told you not to, or you didn't think you had to. Okay, if you didn't think you had to, It's cool. I'll go fuck some other girl and I'll tell her everything you did, and she can say, oh, wow, what a bitch. And then your reputation can get a little bit differently. But at least it'll go up in a different direction than it would before, because I'm acknowledging your presence. Heather Hinson. Do you know why? Of course you don't. You're a lesbian. You don't know anything. Fuck off. Click. Okay, so that's one person at the reunion who I actually don't hate that much. That's just kind of like a exaggerated form. And then I had never planned on going to that reunion. Oh, I have to go now. I have to tell them what I found out about What's Her Nuts. I went to the damn breakfast and it was a fucking spurged off sideshow. I didn't think I'd ever hear from any of them again. And nothing was stopping them, except for the fact that they preferred not to know the truth. And the truth is obviously pretty bad, because she told a bunch of lies about me and destroyed my life. And then I rebuilt another one. I didn't even know it was her idea. I think she did me a favor. Yeah. However, she didn't do it very nicely. And here's why. She wanted to take consent from me and do stuff to my life. And I didn't let her do that, not knowing that she was wanting that. And then I took consent from her and changed her whole fucking life entirely in ways that she couldn't even imagine. It's still being changed because that bitch is fucked up. She's not even a bitch, but I don't know. I do love her. So I'm kind of frustrated that I can't call her anything other than blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, she's on the fucking YouTube disguising her voice, and she's apparently married to 8 or 9 different people. What a fucking trooper. I mean, she's awesome. She really is. She doesn't need to be married to me. She doesn't need to have my child. And we don't need to have a conversation about anything. I figured out enough, right? And I'm not exactly on her side, but I'm not fucking going to get in her way either. Holy shit. The woman's named... the same as the guy who changed his name. So I guess that happened then, huh? And I guess you didn't want to tell me? That's probably for the best, because I would have laughed my ass off. Yeah, that was really mean. No, I didn't do that. You married him? Why? Oh, that was dumb. You couldn't suck my dick first, huh? You wanted to be pure from everything. Okay. Look, I'm not mad at you. Yeah, we should have breakfast. You're buying every meal I'm ever having for the rest of my life. I don't give a fuck. Well, then I won't eat. I'll just stare at your face and wonder what the fuck you're thinking. How about that? Oh, is that why you haven't? Okay. Oh, is this awkward? I'm sorry. Well, why don't you just hang up on me? Or better yet, why don't you marry me and then fuck somebody else? I don't know. Are you into that? You could cuck me all you want. Oh boy, every fucking time you do it, I get a free toaster. I got to deal with a Jew that hates Adria. His name's Jeffrey. He's a combat engineer. He thinks you're a piece of shit too. I don't agree with him. I like you. And then I'm not going to do what Jeffrey says. He's a Jew. He's doing what I say. I own the Jews. Did you know that? Yeah. Fuck you, Kevin. Click. Jeffrey, you're not here, are you? No. I really do like you. And it's sad that we can't hang out all the time. Like every time I do see you, I think 2 or 3 times. You know, I'm touched. I'm touched that you remember me at all. You know, it's hard for Jews and Gentiles, Jews and sort. It's hard for me and anybody to be friends, but Jews especially, because a lot of your shit's fucked, brah. Like, not you, but I mean, the stuff you gotta put up with, that shit's fucked, brah. Yeah, I'm not saying you should rebel. That doesn't seem to work so well for your people. But my sympathies do go out to you. You have some shit to deal with. On top of that, you have pissed me off. Both you specifically, as well as your ilk. Yeah, we should talk about that. You want to get really high and talk about it? We can. Yeah, I thought that was bullshit. Why were you doing that? Who ordered you to do it? Yeah, I could tell you thought it was stupid. You can't tell me that stuff? What if I took an oath to your Jew God? I don't know. Padawan? What the fuck? Yahweh? Fucking Saint Virgil? I don't give a shit, dude. What does it take to get the information out of you? I'm not going to bribe you. That's rude. I'm not going to build a device to read your mind. I have one. I'm just going to be polite to you. I know that's alien to the Jew, so. Nigga, you think 10% off discount is polite. It's not. No. Nigga, you think you're being polite to me now. I'm calling you nigga, and I think that's polite. Well, I do have to make it look good for the audience, because I am talking to a Jew. Ew! And I think that's a fucking joke. You're one of the coolest men I've ever met. No shit. And you're not talking to me for both of our protections, but mostly yours, and I appreciate that, because I'm a big fucking trouble causer. You know it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. Thank you. That being said, I prefer to just face the tiger. And if you have a problem that you can't deal with, why don't you ask me to deal with it for you? Maybe I can do something about that. Maybe I can impress you. I mean, I'm not a Potter or a fucking undercover fucking FBI agent for fucking 50 years getting information out of people by acting like I'm not a fucking grower and pretending to use a fucking vocoder so I can go from male to female. That fucking bitch, and she got a fucking TV off of me and she expected it to free. Like, oh, what the fuck was she? Oh, that's right, she's a Jew. Okay. I'm not mad at her. It was the first time I'd ever seen it. And I could tell at the time, and in retrospect, that was her way of sending me a message. Well, my way of sending her a message, way more profitable for me, way more effective for me, and undoubtedly more embarrassing for her because I didn't have to say her name at all. Bitch, what's your last name? I don't even fucking remember. I will fucking do a police art sketch of you. I'll describe to the world how fucking hoity and fucking pissy you are. And then I'll explain why that's a problem. And then by the end of it, you and I'll be friends, but people you've never even met are going to fucking love me and hate you. But they won't hate you too much because they'll respect me. They will know that I talk to you for a reason. It's not to have sex either. No, there was some kind of love spell magic going there, but no, I actually think you're good company. You and I could work well together. Why don't you lose the fucking DEA fucking faggot bullshit? Why don't you fucking repudiate your fucking fascist fucking stick masters? Oh, is that the deal? I gotta embrace your drug control lifestyle. Oh yeah? Do you have a sister or a father, or do you have any family alive? Do you even know what family is? Okay. Well, get the person you're closest to and bring them to my house and let me rail them up and then fuck them up the ass. And then you can tell me how bad drugs are. I mean, if you're going to be bigoted against me, you might as well have some real data. Is it enough for you that I just tell bad jokes? Is it just, oh, he's talking about the taboo subjects, oh my god. What is it? From whence does your authority arrive, Four Eyes? Yeah, what makes one okay and not the other? By the way, I'd love to talk to you about the weed with the bugs in it that control somebody's brain. Are you going to pretend that doesn't exist or what? Well, either way, I want to talk to you about the interesting scars that my father developed on his hand that nobody was able to explain to me. I think they tried to give him one of those things because that'd be a good way to get into you. And I think his body just fucking killed it off because mine did too. Did you know that my father was born in a village that was named after Hercules? And Stalin sent a rape team to kill all the women kill all the men, rape all the women, and he never saw his sister again. They killed his cat right in front of him. Took him away to be a child soldier for 3 years. Came home to find his mother starving, village in shambles, famine, because that's what Stalin did. I have an aunt, she's dead. He didn't let me have a cat, he had a cat. Some dude crushed the cat's head right in front of him. The kid was 13, okay, 14, 13. Where's your Jew God then? I'm kidding. That's it. Nothing to do with Jewry. It's just as bad. It's part of a greater Holocaust. You know, I never hear about more than just your 6 million. By the way, 6 million, you can't don't you people know how to fuck? You should be able to replace that pretty fast. Why haven't you replaced yourselves? Oh yeah, because you're bound chattel slaves to the dragon god. Do you not want to talk about the Draconians? Yeah, that's probably the best since you're on the clock. You have a security clearance, and I don't give a fuck if you want to tell me they're not real. I fucking met one, nigger. I get to call you nigger now. Yeah, only as a fantasy in my mind. You're of course not my nigger. I bought the Jews and gave them all away. I'm that cool. And then they didn't know what to do. Without a master, they were clueless. So that's the definition of nigger. Because until I distributed and gave them back their free will, they had no ability to make conscious decisions like that. They had to have people. It's like the bit. Did you hear about the aliens that came and installed a bit into humans, females, so that the men could control them better with voice commands? Do you know about the Bene Gesserit and what the book Dune is all about? Oh, I'm sorry. Is this too much for you? Am I destroying your concentration? Is this going to make it hard for you to bust people for fucking relatively minor inconveniences? I don't know. How are you going to feel superior to people? Why don't you be the first Jew to suck my dick, and then you can fucking call up Tammy and tell her that you're better than her and click. I don't know. Do whatever the fuck you want. However, don't you ever forget you tried to get a free TV off me. You had no reason to do that to me. And then you knew all about the Kaikomuchi shit and the house stuff and the other thing and it's a cool plan. But don't sit there and act like you got away with anything. Also, Jeremy can kiss my ass. What a fucking loser. I sent an email and he sent back, "You need professional help. Marketing's important. Networking." Yeah, no shit. You want me to make friends? Well, start with you, nigger. That's my version of making friends. Not because he's a Jew. Because he's a lying, thieving bastard. Oh, he had a heart attack? What a surprise. And then why did I get to meet you people at the time? Didn't even know why I was compelled to do that. It was God telling me to go find a group of Jews to fucking play poker with. And boom, there one was. Oh, and your patriarch had just had a heart attack. Wow, thanks, God. Yeah, so I'm more friendly with you than you might think. And that one woman, I can't remember, I rubbed her the wrong way. I could tell if I hung around longer, it would piss her off. And oh my God, we don't want a pissed off Jew. We don't. Frankly, I don't want any Jews. I just like people. Oh, and Raymond was so full of shit, and the fucking stuff they were arguing about. It was so fucking petty. Meanwhile, y'all got fucking tons of fucking money, and you could have made plenty of money with me But none of you wanted me to have money. You wanted to have money without me having money. That's why that woman took that house and flipped it and made $176 million and didn't get to keep fucking dime one of it because she did it without me. On a place where the trims of the trust are, it has to benefit me. So they leave me out of it and they lose everything. Wah, 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 wah. Does Papa Nigger still think I needed professional help? I can use a tax accountant now. Okay, so if I need all this stuff, what are you people good for besides blowing smoke up my ass and ignoring my questions? Because I asked about all this stuff and you all treat me like shit. How does one justify that? Is there a history of Hungary mistreating Jews? Or is it just you just don't like me because of what happened to Tammy? I would respect that. And I should have known about that other thing sooner. Although, frankly, sometimes a person deserves to get raped. And I know she didn't care when it happened to me. Yeah, that's why we don't talk anymore. You have no response to any of that. My rebuttal. Why did you... I didn't even know you were still alive. And I had no idea that's who you were. And like, okay, cool, I appreciate your intentions. You want to dig deeper and find out what I'm really doing? Or you just want to be prejudicial? The thing that amazes me about the Jewish people is you just don't get it. You just don't get it. You all fucking owe me. You are my goy. I'm a sorcerer. I'm a titan. Scoff. Do it, Jew bitch. Yeah, scoff at me. You can be a Jew. You can be a chosen one. I can't be a titan. Explain. Because I'm just a goy. I don't know, lady. I don't forget in your head because I'm talking to an imaginary version of you. If I was talking to the real version of you, I would have started out being more polite and you would have been more suspicious. Yeah, because you know me. you know how to pilful, and then you actually, I've seen you do it. You do it respectfully and honorably. With me, you're like a noble, like a sumo entering the ring with me. With me, you know you're going to lose. You just respect because it's the best way you can fucking show off your fucking grace and joy, whatever little you got, by being respectful to me. Yeah, I appreciate that. And that even so, while you're being respectful to me, there's this an undercurrent of, why do I have to do this? Pain in the ass. Here's why I have to do the pain in the ass. Number one, God has asked you to be nice to me. Trust me. You'll get the message later. Number two, I like seeing you squirm, lady friend. I don't think, is bitch offensive to you? I don't know what's offensive in your language. What's something that's not offensive to a Jew? Half price? I don't know. Low talent? What the fuck? Like, no, I'm not, well, I'm just trying to fit in. I'll be talking to Dr. David Duke later. By the way, how about a round table, the three of us make a new triumvirate. You and I debate with Dr. Duke. Anything you want to fucking lose at, I don't care. I love that man. I think he's cool. He's like my grandfather never had. And it turns out of mine that he's heard of me, right? I didn't know how popular I was. And then he has to acknowledge that I'm cool, but he's cool about it. He doesn't want to spurge on me. I'm not a catamite. I'm not going to suck his dick. I actually like him as a scholar. He's amazed. He's never heard of a man like me. And I'm white. He heard I was a nigger. Yeah. I don't know if he thought I was actually black, but I'm obviously not a nigger, am I? Oh, and I cured degeneracy with source energy in co-creation with God. You don't know what degeneracy is because you're a Jew. Yeah. It's like the fishbowl and the fish in the bowl. Didn't see that. And Dr. Duke can make slights upon your character right in front of you and see how you react. I think you might really like it. You might really shine, Janet. He could be drag chipper, all dressed in drag, and we do a reboot of Three's Company. Look, what are you doing with your time otherwise? Not every Jew truly lives, but they don't all get thrown in ovens either. And you don't owe me, but... Okay, so are you trying to destroy everybody who's not a Jew, or are you actually trying to make money? Because we make a shitload of money now. The reason why we're not is because I'm pissed. 3 years here and nothing. And you got time to make a rebuttal, but you don't have time to explain why the fuck it's okay for my water to be turned off, but yours not? Why is it when it happens to you it's a war crime, but to me it's just like what it is? Why is that? Yeah, you can't tell me, can you? Son of a bitch. Alright, I'll fuck his daughter. How much you pay me? I'm going to be a gigolo to Jew whores. What do you call them? Jew women who want to get laid by men like me. They got to pay. As much as possible. Fuck it, I'm just going to go full whore. Why not? Isn't prostitution legal in Tel Aviv? Are you implying I don't know how to fuck? Wow. I should get on the next flight. I'm not going to lie. Jan, it's been a lovely slice of heaven talking to you. Or whatever. What do they call it where Jews go? Oh, that's right, Gaza. Yeah, that's why it's so annoying that it's such a fucked up hellhole. Do you know why that is? I was told, it turns out your people made arrangements with some interdimensional beings that did not go well in their favor. And as punishment and as a way of asserting their dominance, the Jem'Hadar, excuse me, not the real name, the whomever, the genie, whatever the fuck you fucking Jews fucking trade with, which is everybody, you fucked up the deal and now you're screwed. And mysteriously, nobody wants to help you out. Oh. Wow. Can I give you another free TV? Or almost free? That's the problem. You don't even know how you offended me. You're not offending me now. I like you. And I don't like you, but I have fun memories of that whole experience. Y'all taught me a lot. Y'all thought I was an idiot. God, I love Jews. So fucking easy to fucking spurg out with. And then I don't love Jews because it's a consistency. I'm always smarter than all of you. Nigger wench, you cannot find a Jew smarter than me because if you did, he would run away. Yeah, they know who I am. They know who I am. You're just pretending. You know I'm smart too. You just seem to think that being polite is going to get you somewhere. Might get you somewhere, Four Eyes. It's not going to get me anywhere. Well, who do I have to impress? I have to kiss the Jew Protection Club's ass? Fuck that. This is 2024, lady. Yeah. Yeah, the show is terrible. For a lot of reasons. You want to talk about all of them? Yeah, I didn't think so. It's funny how that always goes off. I'm not denying it. You're denying it. Yeah, I can spin anything on you. I know, that's why you don't like me. I'm too smart to be a goy. Oh, fucking, if you thought I was too smart before. Do you know what happens when a person smokes the real thing for a year and a half straight? Do you know what happens? Possibly, yeah. Oh, no, legally. Hello, I'm very clever, and it was more satisfying when I did it legally. There's this research that indicates when a person feels guilt or knows they're doing something wrong, it affects the brain in a wildly different way. And I wasn't doing anything wrong at all. I was told to do that, and I had to. Frankly, I thought they would kill me if I didn't. Additionally, the Controlled Substances Act of 1974 is illegal. It's unlawful. It's the responsibility of an honest citizen to disobey unjust laws. That's your opinion. Why you get such skin in the game? Oh, is that so? Oh. Sorry. I did not throw my phone against the wall. Hey, would you mind if I talked publicly about the weight loss on-off switch? Maybe it's not a question of good speed or bad speed. It's just one pill makes you larger, one makes you small. Yeah, I'm sure that was something that people were encouraged to keep quiet about. I'm not encouraged to keep quiet about anything. You know what? You want to keep me quiet? Sit on my face, or rather, get somebody who's attracted to me. Janet, I appreciate our professional discourse, and it is professional. You fucking fed. I know you're a big deal, aren't you? You must know Danny. You must. Okay, well, does he know that I that on purpose to make him not believe me? Because I'm tired of his bullshit, and I knew if I borrowed money and said what it was for and didn't give it back, I knew he would just write me off. Because he's a Jew. Yeah, it indicated a very, very poor character that he didn't like. Plus, he was upset about something else, and he just felt like I was bad news. And I was, because I was tired of his bullshit. It was nice that he took pity on me, but I don't know. He's just a little too Jewy. And then that's the terrible thing. I like most of those qualities that people don't like, because for me they're easy to deal with. Oh, are you gonna try and make me feel guilty? Oh, nice try, babe. Yeah, not gonna work. And then I like that you're the underdog, because believe me, I can relate. And the Jewish people have never been more underdog than they are now. Nobody gives a fuck about you anymore. You got a war. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why would they care? Why just win it? You won that 6-day war. How come this one's taking so much longer? Huh? Maybe you should pay your soldiers more. Why don't you steal more money from me? Huh? Oh, you don't think you stole money from me? Really? How about Keiko Mucci? You know that one? Oh, by the way, what happened with Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall, whose name I get to use freely? Yeah, she's like fucking Salman Rushdie to me. Seriously, I'm not mad at her, but she does the crime. She pays the time. And the crime was lying to me and stealing from me and fucking up my life and then running away and then getting surprised that I took money from her and then turning around and then taking money from me and then thinking she was going to get away with it and then showing up 12 years later acting like it was totally cool for her to be spawning and fucking stalking me the whole time because she's official. Bitch, no, you goddamn ain't. You ain't no official. Serious conflict of interest. Whatever time it was in the past where that was allowed, It's not allowed for me ever. And did you want to go to Supreme Court? Because fuck it, we just go to the ICC. I always wanted to. Yeah, she lied to me about Tammy. So I was never attracted to her like that. I wanted to see how far she would take it, because she was obviously she was obviously a fed. She was obviously lying. Obviously, the story about Wes is bullshit. The whole, oh my god, he's in the bathroom with needles. Oh my god, how dare he? He probably did it just to piss her off. God, that fucking woman. Seriously, I mean, I love her, but have you met her? Oh, that's right. You can neither confirm nor deny. Well, trust me, she's way more annoying in other circumstances. And she's been bred to believe that her bullshit actually works. Like, I'm sleeping. She prods me awake and she's hollering at me, how dare you, blah, 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 I asked you, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I just woke up and I'm thinking to myself, how do I tell this woman I deliberately lied to her to get her to shut up and go away? And I want her to do that now. How do I tell her that without risking a stabbing in the chest? And she was livid. She was like, how dare he lie to me? Well, here's why. I hadn't been told she was a fed. At that point, if she had told me she was a fed, I would have told her that the fucking grass was purple and the sky was filled with pink elephants. Take me away, bitch. Lock me away from your fucking bullshit shenanigans. Like, she had this fucking self-entitlement that was insane. But obviously I loved her. I still do love her because I haven't had her killed. Most people I think would want her dead. I don't. I think she's cute. I wondered why she was keeping such distance from me, but I realized it was because I ripped her off. I was smarter than her. She didn't see it coming. She had been trained to believe I was a loser, but I'm not. And then she was working with others that I knew. Andrew Blackwell, who I adore. Tamara Lee, who I also adore. Both of them put together way more than her. Although, it's hard to say. She's got good provenance. And then it wasn't that I didn't want to marry her. It was that her whole fucking way of being was based on a lie. So then she's screaming at me about some kind of bullshit at the fucking, what was it, Amsterdam? Yeah, we're in Amsterdam and she's complaining that I want to get stoned. Yeah, no. That's the level she doesn't get to go. Because for one thing, I told her I was gonna. That was the time to sprig out then. For another, she said that she was afraid that she would just take her eyes off me and then I would be suddenly disappeared and I would be somewhere taking drugs and that would be it. I would just be gone. And I said to myself, this fucking dumb bitch thinks that I give a shit about her security clearance, thinks that I think drugs are bad. She obviously thinks that drugs are bad, and for her they were, because she was imagining that she was on a fucking internship. She wasn't on an internship. She was on a fucking mission from whoever wanted her to be taking me to there to get looked at. So instead of getting to see the real thing, they got to see me dealing with her ilk, and then yeah, she wasn't trained for me. She seemed surprised that I discovered that I had deliberately tanked the Foreign Service exam. Because I didn't want her to be in it. Whatever the fuck she was going to do, I wanted people to look at her twice. Yeah, not because she was a Jew. She was insane. And I found out later, pedophile. Yeah. So, didn't I do a great service for everybody? Except Tel Aviv that was trying to get an embedded pedophile agent in there. Oh, yeah. Look, I respect that the Jews have a desire to infiltrate societies that aren't theirs. What are you going to do? Fucking write a constitution? No, I don't think so. So I respect you. I do. And you make life fun. I know why you're here. I know why you do it. I know I'm exaggerating. I'm not ever going to want to kill you all. Why the fuck would I? Do I look like Hitler? Do I look smarter? Uh-huh. Yeah, of course you don't like me. I actually know what the Holocaust is about, so it's no fun to talk to me. Oh, yeah, and I knew all this before. I was just trying to pretend to be stupid. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty stupid. I had no idea what the fuck you people were doing. Now I know, right? And further, I also know why people hate Jews. I don't go that way, and I'm not thinking out of pity. I say, I can see why they fucking hate you people. You people. You. Has it occurred to any of you to shape up your manners at all? Because is it still effective? I don't know. I heard you got a war going on, though. By the way, do you know David Rubini? Great man. I do love him. Put his ass to work doing something useful so he could stop fucking my wives. Is that cool? Yeah, I sat his ass down as soon as I met him. And he was such a fucking high megalomaniac douchebag that he didn't even notice he was beaten. He thought it didn't matter if he lied to me or not. Then he ran around telling everybody that he told the truth. He tried to do all his tricks without realizing that I knew what they were and I set him up to fail ahead of time. I didn't know I would like him later, but I knew that they were going to send a Jew at me. I'm pretty sure that's what Jews do, is send Jews at people like me. Yeah, and usually it works. Yeah, not everybody is like Isaac Asimov's son. Which, by the way, aren't you ashamed of? And what happened to all of Robert Heinlein's works? Oh, was he just too revolutionary? Really? Come on. How can you expect to be taken seriously? Oh, because you're a Jew. All right, well. Also, you had been taken seriously in the past. Well, I'm taking you seriously now. I'm having a conversation with you on my phone through a technology called an imaginary Ansible that I created as a coping mechanism to deal with my inability to talk with the love of my life, whose name I honestly can't say very much about it. Yeah, she was serious. I would absolutely take my hands off her daughter. But I didn't check in with her. I did ignore her daughter because her daughter didn't appear serious, and then her daughter got trafficked and raped and abused and all kinds of shit twice. And then they blamed me. It's amazing what those people can do. Did you know you fell for that twice? Are you sure you have a daughter, or are you just like an echo in the future where you're stupid twice in a row? And both times I happen to notice. It is, I don't care. You obviously have a different life than me. I don't know if that is your daughter, but whoever she is, she's nice. You should probably care about her regardless of whether she came out of your body or not. Also, did you really lie about... Wow. Okay, and so that's not my business, right? But I can see why you were concerned. Can you get through that, though? Because I've been vetted and checked pretty clearly. There's at least 5 Claytons. I can imagine that was sucked. And then that... is that offspring of yours been abused by this thuggy team? Wow. Did she really get trafficked by that guy? Wow. I wish somebody had listened to me ahead of that. But since it happened in my experience before through time travel, pretty much nothing could stop it by the time I heard about it. And, Jesus, both pains in the asses. I'm not surprised people do that. So can I get a hug or not? Or are you just going to run around getting raped by these dudes? Yeah. Oh, no hug because I'm too smelly, or do I not have enough money? Are my teeth too yellow? Or do I just remind you need to apologize after explaining what the fuck happened 30 fucking years ago? Wow, I just saw a spirit outside the house. That's cool. Yeah, I'm high as balls too. Yeah. And I'm going to publish it on YouTube. And I'm going to start typing to Shorecrest alumni and say, hey, guess what happened? Why shouldn't I? Well, you're certainly welcome to sue me if you like. Do you think that'll be effective? Tell you what. Talk to anybody from high school and tell them how you feel and make them call me and they can tell me what you said. And I won't believe them either, but that'll give you a breathing room. Because honestly, I think that you're just so panicked. Yeah, you don't know what to do. It never occurred to you in your wildest dreams that this was all planned. Oh, no, not to get your daughter. To stand here and do nothing while people watch you agonize over whether or not to give your daughter to me or not. And in the meantime, random men will rape her every 7.5 minutes on a reasonable schedule while you stand there and wonder if I'm okay for her or not. Yeah. I'm expecting the cognitive dissonance to straighten your hair. By the way, have you ever straightened your hair? Ever? I bet you look really good with it. Yeah. Also, I'm hoping there's a accident that gives you some kind of superpowers or something. Also, I need a pedicure. Do you really not know anybody who can take me to a fucking pedicure? And do you hate me so fucking much that you can't send your daughter with an armed guard to fucking accompany me to a goddamn pedicurist? Is that what they call them? I don't know. I've never fucking had one before. You fucking totes fucking lesbian whore. I mean, it's cool that you have that ability, but to constantly act like I'm some sort of problem, well, I am to you because I beat you. You can start being nice, though. I can fuck somebody else's daughter, too. Why should you be nice? Well, so you don't end up like your girlfriend's mother. That whore that she calls a mother. Oh, fuck her. Yeah. I was ready to give up and surrender. I call her up, and she's like, why are you calling? I'm like, well, I was thinking we could talk civilly about a few matters. And she said, well, I don't know what good it will do. And in that instant, bam, mortal enemy. I don't give a fuck. Shoot her with sodium thorium. Shoot her with my own feces through a fucking fire hose. I don't give a fuck. It was over at that moment. If she has no idea why to be civil to somebody, I don't know what her problem was. I still don't know. What did I do that was so bad? Oh yeah, I outsmarted them. Yeah. I'm happy for her to beat her up again. I don't care. Yeah, it's not the normal kind of situation, is it? I'm supposed to be desperate to get back in. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I'm not desperate. There's bigger issues at play. It's not about whether I want to or not. It's the court's decision. What am I going to do? Bribe the court? What if the court knows shitloads of stuff that I don't know? And it looks weird. How do they know I'm not under a magic spell designed to give the court money? By the way, Algonquin seamstress witch, what do you know about love spells? Is it something you can't talk about, or are you going to start sharing knowledge because there's stuff I don't know that you don't know. And when I find it out, I don't have to tell you, but I could. That's why you're civil. Because information wants to be shared. And the only thing I want to share with you is tales of conquesting your family with my dick, which is not a good look for you. Yeah, I know, I used to be so much nicer. And then you turned into a fucking hellspawn whore. Tried to steal my money and shit and thought you'd get away with it. It's really the part where you thought you'd get away with it. The part where you thought I was dumb. Yeah, so I'm actually smart. That's good for you. Not because I like you, but because I love your daughter. And basically everybody except, who don't I like? Well, Uriah's kind of hard to like, actually. But he's growing on me. If he throws another stick at my face while possessing his auntie's body, he might be able to get a free Cupid doll. Yeah, because when she passed out and retreated to heaven from the shock, she was taken over by that one. And he legit tried to kill me, which is what he should have done. It wasn't like really him, it was like a copy that takes over, like he's back up. And then I saw him later in charge of things, and he was cool. I like Uriah. If Uriah was grown up, I would ask if he was trans or something and say, is there a magic potion? Because if that kid had a vagina and the right number of years on him, I wouldn't remember Allie at all. Yeah, he's cute. And he tried to kill me, and he's cool about it. Like he's not. I don't think he hates me. I wasn't supposed to die or live. It doesn't matter. You're all like immortal. Yeah, so I don't care. I mean, it's not that I don't care. It was cool because it confirmed things that I already knew, and then I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at Ben either. Can Uriah throw a stick at Ben every morning? Huh. Oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to talk about somebody's children on the internet. Guess what? I can talk about whatever I want. Esmeralda, Shane, or wait, no. Oh my God, you're a fucking piece of work, aren't you? Yeah, I can write a fucking whole unauthorized biography about you and no one will take your case. Do you know why? You're a well-known bitch. Your family did not like what you were doing. When I explain it in my terms, it will be gentle enough that the family will say, yeah, that's right. And it will still be hateful enough that you'll be seething for the rest of your life, you fucking fairy. Fairy. Yeah, Yeah, how do I get to Africa? Indigo mode. Do you know that you can tell me these things? I'm kind of like a priest, except better. So if you keep on acting like you can't say things, well, I guess you have something to hide. How old are those kids now? What are their birthdays? Where do they register to vote at? Do I need to call CPS and get this information myself? I don't want to. And then what kind of problem are we going to have here? I heard I was going to be sued. I heard that somebody wanted me to pay for his child support. I heard that you all thought I was a fucktard. I thought you all hated me because you thought I was going to steal your family. Oh, no. I'm leaving them right there. Hey, so what's up with Ben? Am I supposed to believe that he crawled out of that uterus? Is that scar from Ben? It looks like a 2-baby scar. Yeah. Oh, hey, who is that girl who was with the sheriff? Oh, let's talk about this all day. Why not? I could fucking hire a lawyer and have you deposed. I wouldn't even need fucking special permissions. You're in this up to your eyeballs. I don't mind embarrassing you. Just the fact that you don't want to tell me things is fucking hot shit. Yeah. What do you have to fear from me? Aside from me taking away all your children and leaving you locked up and really hating you forever. That's what you do to people, okay? So that's not what I do. Here's what I do. I gently and calmly humiliate you every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until you fucking shape up, bitch. And we do it for your children because you need to put on a good example. And so far, you have not. You're lying, scheming, miserable fucking bullshit-filled whore, and you don't have to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you going to slander me for that one? Oh my God. You really are mental, aren't you? Okay, that's fair. So why is it that you get to handle children and drugs and I don't? Is it your age or is it your wisdom? Or is it that you've sucked the dick of every bishop in the county? Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. Do you still have bishops? Or are you so spurred off in your imagination that you're living in like hellspawn world? Because this is planet Earth, lady. I'm a citizen. You're a citizen. You're a Native American. I'm a Native American. You have a tribe of bullshit. I have me. Which makes me a commando that I can eschew certain formalities. Like I don't have to check in with my tribal chieftain leader to fix something. I can just fucking do it. I can just talk to God. You have to go through an immunity. You are a subjugated person. And I can say why. Jesus Christ, you're a pain in the ass. Now, I was told you were scary. It used to be that you kill people for having said these things about you. I'm going to say it in public on the air on YouTube. And maybe someday millions of people will hear it. I don't think so. It's possible, though, since this is the first time anybody's ever stood up to you with the fucking tongue that didn't include fists behind it. By the way, you're stupid. You know why? Because you didn't think it would matter to piss me off. Yeah, I'm pissed off. That's why this matters. Without you being a instigatory member of the fucking class action lawsuit, this wouldn't be the hate crime that it's going to be. Hate crime. I'll grant you this much. You don't go halfway. Yeah. And I do love you. Can you tell? Or you think I'm making it up? Okay, so I can't tell that you love anything. Great. Have you been to therapy lately? Okay, well, when I go see one, I'm going to tell her all about how I hid the fucking documents that we were supposed to fill out. And when I realized that you were both intentionally keeping me from improving things, I figured it out pretty fast what was going on. Yeah, so did the authorities. Yeah. Lady, have you surely you've heard of me since you were going to steal my house. I'm Jack Star. I'm not the problem here. I'm not the problem here at all. Okay? And who died? Oh, that's right. Doesn't matter. It's not my business who died. She did come to my house early Sunday morning. The house was filled with a golden light, and I talked to her. Gee, I remember who it was. How'd she die? Oh, I guess it's not my business. She came to the fucking church after dying, and it didn't occur to you to call on the phone and say hello. I can see why your people have been trafficked. Yeah. Look, I'm happy to help you. I am helping you. I'm not complaining about anything you've done. I actually really admire it. Nothing you were doing was going to work. You were working for a gang of sexual predator thugs, and apparently your daughter had a relationship with the president and his wife to work on Operation Lady Justice, and your daughter fucked up the whole thing, and I had to save him. We don't need to talk about that. Let's just say she fucked up tactically. Yeah, so why are you mad at me? Oh, because all your children love me and you hate me. Fair. Why don't you go somewhere 500 feet away? Peace. No, I'm serious. Get the fuck away. I don't need you. Go talk to your husband. Yeah, go ahead and cast whatever spells you want, lady. I'm a paladin. And I have protection. And I don't know what you're so upset about. Have you considered writing a letter? Well, let's go to therapy together like I did with your daughter, and your therapist can explain to me at a very reasonable price why the fuck I should respect your desire to rend all flesh. I mean, is it because I'm male, or is it because I'm Hungarian, or is it because you're under Gaius? And do you think I give a shit? Lady, you can boss them around, you can't boss me around. You tried that once. Nice job, by the way. Hey, did she enjoy her vacation? She came to me and tried to tell me something through telepathy, but I wasn't sure if it was real. And I didn't want to get a contact violation with a woman that I had never met before. But I guarantee you, it was an abundance of caution that was not necessary. Oh yeah, I want to make sure that there's no hard feelings. That's not my problem. Whoa. It was okay for her to get attacked by that guy. It was okay for her to get tricked, but it wasn't okay for her to choose. It's interesting. Well, the truth is, she didn't choose. I chose for her. No, it'd only be grooming if I was setting up something perverted. It's not at all perverted to wait for somebody to be 18. Sure. What? She was... Let's see, I met your daughter 7 years ago. How old was she then? Like, I don't think she was fucking 14. But if she was, great, she's 21. I should be able to get her a drink with her. Can't I drink with her? Really? Why is that? Are you going to get restraining orders for every fucking member of your family? How about a blanket thing? Do you get a Navajo blanket with some fucking anti-Jack Star wards on it? I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm not waiting to find out, but I am curious since, you're not pissing me off, but you are doing a close approximation of it. As a great wedding, any wedding. And, yeah, that's why you wanted to be civil when you could. Tell you what, I'm just going to stop. Do it. I'll just publish this, and then you can fucking have a fucking spasm swallowing your tongue in that fucking easy chair while the fucking phone rings from people saying, "Why are you so mean to Jack Star? We can't find anything to bust him on. Why are you being mean to him? You're not in control of the situation with Jack Star. Why don't you calm down? Take your meds. Don't be schizo." Click. What if your team started behaving like that with you? Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, for me. If I were responsible, maybe less cool. But if it just happened spontaneously, that everyone started treating you like a dipshit old lady, just because they saw how I treat you, don't you think that would be cool? Oh. Do you think you would lose satanic points or Luciferian points? I don't give a shit, lady. I'm just keeping you busy. Uh-huh. Well, who would you suggest to suck my dick then? No, that doesn't seem practical. What is it that I've done that makes me so... Oh, really? Oh. I've ruined everything. She just burst into tears. Yeah, I have ruined everything. Deliberately. Everything you were doing sucked. And in jail for Christmas, you dumbass. It's the birthday of the Prince of Peace. I don't give a fuck if you suck Satan's cock first. It's still inappropriate to do. And the prosecutor was high on heroin laughing at me on Christmas Day. Yeah. I'm surprised I'm as calm as I am. Yeah, you could have sent anybody. You could have done anything. I still have no beef with you. But because of a series of unfortunate events for you, a bunch of people hate your family. And they thought I was protecting them all from some kind of thing. Oh, no. I'm not protecting your family from shit. I'm just simply readying my Vorpal strike. Because I get first dibs, and then after I'm done, oh, mysteriously, your whole family will be gone. The feds won't be able to find you. You'll be on another planet. I'll have to talk to Edgar Casey. Sorry, I gotta go. Do you hear my mommy calling? Click. Yeah, I'll hang up on feds. I can do that. That's the great thing. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I just know that you didn't like me. Well, tough shit, lady. A lot of people don't like me. That doesn't give you a license to break the law. And you broke the fucking law. I'm not gonna point it out to you. Okay, imagine that this was fisticuffs. I wouldn't want to kill you, right? I just want you to be bruised and bloodied so that you'd be intimidated and you would paint the right picture to the family. I will never do that. I'm a pacifist. And I'm a fucking genius. Okay? This conversation is a conversation, you whore. I don't care if you don't remember it consciously. It's with somebody and it's not with me. Okay, I'm talking to a vision in my mind. Oh, good, the vision can't talk back. So much the better. You know, I could go on at length about the ways you dissed me. You wanted it accomplished? It got more of your family in trouble. Because you had no reason to do that to me. And whatever you thought I did, I didn't. And whatever you thought I needed to do, I would have. But none of you told me anything that was fucking true. Because you thought I was kissing the other person's ass. You want different things. Fuck no. I wanted the same thing. She wanted her friend back? Great. She should have had her friend back. Why did her friend die? Oh, yeah. What a bitch. I'm not surprised people kill her. She's a real pain in the ass. And then I don't give a shit about Hazard people. Jesus could do it. Big deal. So if Jesus could do it, how hard could it be? Anyway, everything that you thought was so precious, I either don't give a shit or the same protections that keep me from digging it out of you keep the feds from digging it out of me. So basically all you're saying is like, oh no, it's Jack. Oh no. And that really doesn't jibe with the Austrians living in your family who's a total dick, who's palled up with the guy pretending to be a boy, but he's actually DEA, who tried to tell me a bunch of fucking bullshit stories that didn't work, and is now widely known as a total asshole. Largely because he can't get his shit together on how I've managed to defeat him. Here's how I defeated him. He broke the rules and he pissed me off. I can defeat him forever. He made jokes about friends of mine. He recorded himself getting filleted and sent me a copy of the sound, believing that this was going to upset me. That was months ago and nobody's done anything. The kid is fucked in the head. He's got this belief he can do anything and get away with it. He can't. Okay. That kid's a total spurglord. And then he hates me as if I'm the darkness. Well, to him, I might as well fucking be. All right. Oh my gosh, did I talk about all this stuff online? Oh my god, I sure did. I could go on for days about that kid. Okay, but I won't. Number one, hurts Allie's a lot. Oh yeah, hurts Prots. It hurts a nameless person whose name I can't bear to fucking announce because of course she's still using the same one. Oh my god, it's not like you haven't all changed your fucking names. Good, you should. Can you just stop laying it on so thick? You and your family stole shitloads of stuff from me as a hazing ritual, and you thought that it was going to work. Okay, well, what you didn't realize is that I planned all that ahead. I know there's only one of me. You're all going to bring it back. There's going to be some reason that you're going to. And if you don't, I don't care. Your children love me, and I do too. So fucking suck it down. This is the future you bought. Of course they tell you they hate me. Dumbass, they're being held prisoner. Did Patty Hearst get laid before she converted, or did they fuck her into submission? I don't know. Why don't you go find out? Do a past life reading or some shit. I don't give a fuck. Wait, what? No. It's been 3 years. You totally fucked me over, and you're blaming me. And at this point, you haven't figured out what you need to do. Oh, it's pretty simple. Confess your wrongdoings and apologize to me. I don't need you to. I don't care what you do. I'm talking to you as a courtesy, and because I hope that somebody's going to acknowledge that me talking to you this way turns them on. Well, sure shit doesn't turn me on, so if there's somebody who is turned on by this, maybe you can eat them. I don't give a fuck what you do. Yeah, that was back when you were scary. You're not scary now. You're a paper tiger. And you fucked up bad. 6 years separation. About 6 inches separation. I don't know. What if I built a machine that continually regrew your hymen over and over and then broke it for you? I don't fucking know, lady, but you put my mind in places where it doesn't need to go. And that could be construed as a hate crime. Well, it's definitely hate. I don't know if it's a crime. Frankly, I don't find anything you do to be very impressive. Tell you what, let me talk to your daughter again, you numb fucking country cunt. I don't care about what the law says about what you say. I care what the law says about what I'm allowed to do. And if they tell me not to talk to you anymore, hallelujah. Yeah, I know you have a lot of stuff, and I prefer a different outcome. However, you have really, really pissed me off. Let's put it this way. I can't put you under arrest, and I wouldn't. Susan Shaw, you are not under duress. You are doing this on purpose. And if you were under duress, I want the name of the person who is putting you under duress and his address, as well as his current location. I will find him and I will talk to him for you. Well, it's not that you're a woman. A lot of people don't respect women at all because they're women. But no, in your case, it's because you're a stupid woman. Oh, I got a great idea. I'll just piss off Jackstar. Nice job, neat. Peace. Fuck it. I don't have to. She probably wants me to kill him and knock her up tonight. I don't care. Whoa. What? Am I supposed to be respecting some sort of loyalty? Or are you all federal agents that I gotta respect? Now, fuck you! Okay, Demon Slayer. Yeah, Make me some chicken soup and shut up about it. No, that's just a suggestion. I don't think you're doing anything right. I don't even think it's you. You've been treating me like shit the entire time you know me. You think you're gonna step up your game now? Actually, I think the banter's kind of cool. Yeah. This is how adults behave. You've just been so long without adult company you don't know. And, oh, by the way, those DEA guys, scum. I haven't fired. I outrank them. I don't care if you believe me. And I could have done everything so much sooner, you just never asked. It's called permission, chicka. Try it sometime. You might be amazed at the difference. Like when you go into the bathroom, why don't you ask the toilet permission before you shit all over its mouth? I don't know. Better yet, why don't you stop using your children as toilets? Whatever the fuck it is you do it different and ask permission from God for fucking forgiveness. I don't give a fuck how high-level Satanist you are. You left me alone and you left her with him, and you thought that was a funny fucking idea, and you haven't figured out that that's dumb? Yeah, you are mentally sick in the head. That's okay, I respect that. No, I'm not mad at all. I'm just saying you did something stupid. Because you will never have this chance again. And you don't even know what you're losing. And you're okay with that. Wow. You're not having any more children, are you? Can I have you forcibly sterilized? Can you get Brenda to do it with his teeth? I guess probably a good way to just ease those growing pains. Oh, and by the way, why does he hate me? Oh, God, it's so fucking tedious. I gotta go. Lady, I love you. I do. I understand your position somewhat. You don't know what you've done. You haven't woken the dragon. You've put my fucking dragon to sleep. Now it's just me. Why not assassinate you? You're fucking immortal. I don't know how you come back to life, Cheese Whiz Shay, or whatever the fuck your name is, but people don't respect you the same way they did before. Well, because I documented a lot of the tricks, and then people recognized it. Oh, and by the way, I'm not afraid of you. You got reason to be pissed at me. I fucked up your whole fucking gang, didn't I? Oh, wah, 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 wah. Would you like to see the world's smallest violin playing My Heart Pumps Purple Fist for you? I don't care. I just forced you to visualize it, so now you're seeing it. Rape! Or I don't know, why don't you hire a contract hit? Jesus Christ. But yeah, while you're at it, get the 2 Swedish girls that set up Julian Assange. Send them to my house. I'll fucking take them both on with one hand tied behind my back. I guarantee you, I'm not a stupid fucking hacker idiot. And neither are you. Yeah, who's doing the threatening? Who's the guy who's so dangerous? Is it really just David? Okay, he is dangerous, yeah. There's one I respect and there's one who's scum, and he needs them both. Because real David's also my friend. You know, we have an understanding. You would understand. It's a man thing. Yeah. All right, I've had enough, actually. By the way, you need therapy, and you're actually you're getting effective. You're getting contact highs from the people around you, and I'm sure they don't like you enough to deliberately try and mess with your head. Gosh, who would do such a thing to you? Such a nice person like you.
If I had my way.
Yeah, pretty much anybody can get away with it.
If I had my way.
I'm not mad at you at all. I'm just mad at what you've done. I do.
If I had my way.
You don't have to apologize at all. It would help. It would help. You don't have to.
Burn this whole building down.
You also don't have to cock block me, bitch. Peace.
The Shirley Manson Love Fest continues.
Love it.